Okay, I had just turned 18 and got a job to open up the Walmart in North Miami Beach on 163rd. So it was a new Walmart, and when I mean open, like when you open a store, you're actually doing the shelving, you're stocking the store. We were plugging up and setting up the cash register, so all of that. I'm sorry, I have my retainers, but anyway, yeah. So I worked the overnight shift when we opened up the store. And me and my crew, we had fun. It's overnight. Like our lunches, we gone for 2 hours, like whatever. So I took an interest to this guy. He would hang with the group of guys or whatever, but he was different. Like he was chocolate how I like him. He had his dreads or whatever. He had his car. He would put up every day. His shoes were clean. His nails were clean. He had the most beautiful white teeth. I love it. But yeah, so I liked him or whatever. So I would just look at him or whatever, and I finally told the girls I would be with overnight, like, he cute. I like him. They like, girl, you want us to tell him? I ain't on that. No, I'll tell him myself. Like, I'm grown. So whatever. One night I had an owl by myself stalking it, and he was on the owl next to me, and he walked past me for something to go down my owl, and I smelled his cologne. I was like, oh yeah, I gotta get him. So I had never done this before. Like, okay, well, actually, this is the second time I did it. I skipped one. This is the second time I've ever approached the guy, but I liked him. I was like, dang, I want him. The other guys were dusty. They caught the buzz. Like, he would pull up in his Monte Carlo. Like, he was clean. His clothes weren't wrinkled. Like, yeah, I, you know what? Hell yeah, I wanted him. So I slept on it. Went the next day. I was like, I'm going to talk to him. I didn't even know what to do. Whatever. Saw him, got him by himself again. This time we were like 2 hours apart. And I just walked up to him. I was like, excuse me. And he looked at me smiling. And I was like, you got a girl? And he was like, you got a boy? And I was like, well, I don't mess with boys. I mess with men. So he was like, okay, what's up? I was like, I want your number. And he was like, all right, I want yours too. So we exchanged numbers. And from there, we started chopping it up on the phone, getting to know each other for the remainder of the week or whatever. So we were talking on the phone for like 2 weeks or so. He was bringing me lunch and stuff while we at work. By now we don't open the store, so we're working like in the daytime and everything. We see each other more often. Every time he put in, part that Monte Carlo, baby, walk past me. Okay. So one day he hit me up and he was like, "You want to come to my house?" You know what? Yeah, yeah. So I was like, "Yeah," and he was like, "All right." And he had came and picked me up. The thing about me, I don't let no man pick me up. If we're going somewhere, I'm gonna meet you. I'm very moody. If you do something I don't like, I can get in my car and hit it. But back then, that was my second car I had. Yeah, I had a Cutlass, and baby, that Cutlass was like a firefighter job. 1 week on, 1 week off. 1 week I'm rolling good. The next week it's messed up. Okay, my Cutlass was $800, but that week it was messed up. So he came and picked me up. I wasn't too scared. So I told my cousin Coco, I was like, oh, I'm gonna go out with this guy from the job or whatever. I told him his name. I don't remember his name. To this day, I don't remember his name. Like, whatever. So he come pick me up. As soon as I get in the car, somebody blowing his phone up. So I'm like, okay, you want to answer that? And he was like, man, that's just my brother or whatever. So we almost to his house, which wasn't far from my house because I stay with my aunt and my uncle in Carol City. God bless the dead. Um, he picked up the phone, so he was arguing with his brother. His brother was like, "When you gonna bring my car, whatever." So strike one. I'm like, damn, I thought this was his car. But okay, all right. At least he getting to work. He be to work. He got a car. He bought a car because my car ain't even working right now, so I can't even complain. But cool. We get to his house, and he's like, "Oh, babe, you can't be too loud because my mama home." Straight two. Your mama. I mean, we about the same age, so of course he may stay at home or whatever. But it's like, okay, and not only that, you gonna giving me this direction like, oh, your mama home. I ain't come here for that. All right, I did, but still, it's like, boy, chill. So we going to walk to his room, which is at the end of the hallway, and we walk past his door, and he said something, 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 mom. And the lady looked up, and she was like, how you doing? She's sitting upright on her bed, reading this big text Bible with this big font like this. I'm like, oh my God. The whole room was right next to his. But okay. We get in his room, we watching this little movie or whatever. Can't tell you what it was. Don't remember. It was on all about 5 minutes. And he made his move. He went to kissing on my neck. Okay. Whoosh. Whoosh. He went to kissing on my neck or whatever. And he like reached across the bed, went and got a rubber or whatever. So I'm like, okay, it's going down. Cool. So we go to do the do. He put the rubber on or whatever. He get on top of me. Cool. Before I know it, before I could grasp like anything, like okay, he in it or whatever, he breathing all hard. I mean, he just a huffing and a puffing. I mean, Thomas, the little engine that could. He on top of me putting on a whole performance, and I'm sitting there like, I don't feel nothing. That's number one. But okay. So he going and going. So I'm like, okay. And right when I'm about to say, okay, like maybe we should switch positions or something like that because he's actually, um, it's still new to me. I ain't been doing this all these years or whatever. So he was like huffing, puffing, and then like a bead of sweat dropped from his face in my face, like right here, like I didn't have lost my mind. I turned into a ninja. I think I rather would have died because this already ain't right. I don't feel nothing. And your sweat, this is your sweat. Your sweat almost dropped in my eyeball. Like, and then when I'm getting ready, like I'm already like ninja. Get off me. And he's like, oh, I'm sorry, babe. And he wiping his face. I'm sorry, babe. I'm sorry. It won't happen next time. I rose up like the crypt keeper. I'm talking about you right. You are sorry. And there won't be a next time. Nigga, drop me home now. Like I went to work and I just started ignoring him. I ignored his phone calls that night after he dropped me off. He still called me for like a month straight every day. I would not answer that phone. My cousin like, "Pooh, just answer him, tell him what he did." And I'm like, no, because what was that? When I do something with somebody, I put on for my city. Very Miami, very 305. It's the first time. You ever heard of first impressions? I don't play. So if it's your first time, you better put on like the world is watching. Okay? That's what I do. You're not going to forget me. If you have the Pooka experience in the bed, you're not going to forget it. So it's like, why he didn't give me that same performance? Or is that all he know? I know he young. You know he young, but it's like, boy, what you doing? I couldn't. I ended up seeing him oof, maybe about like 7, 8 years later. By then I was married. So me and my ex-husband went out and um he grabbed me. That night was just Miami man, y'all just so disrespectful. We were in iguanas and it's like all the men were like actually grabbing my hand and grabbing me. And my ex-husband was not no little dude. Like he was pretty buff. So I don't know why everybody was trying him, but okay. But a dude from Walmart, he grabbed me and he was like, he lit up when he saw me and I didn't recognize him. So I was like, unhand me. I'm like, boy, And it's like as I walked away and did all that, because not everybody watching, it was on the middle of the dance floor. And I was walking through my husband. He grabbed me and I did all that. Once I did and walked past him, I realized who he was. And I kind of felt bad, but then I didn't. So yeah, that's the first experience. Ugh. He was cute though.